Welcome everyone to Widows Wednesday. And well, do I have a Widows Wednesday for you. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this is my mom, Jessie Hart.
Hi.
Hi, Mommy. Thanks for coming on with me today, Mom.
Yeah, I'm glad I can be here to do it.
I know. Girls and guys, you will never believe this one, but let me just say that, first off, as a widower, when anything happens in your family, after, of course, the death of our spouses, I feel like, for me anyway, I've been feeling like I'm kind of on high alert in a sense, So when something goes wrong, even though I'm not really thinking about it, my mind automatically goes to, oh, no, not again. No, this can't happen. This another person in my family cannot pass away. No. And so why our brains go there probably is because I'm assuming that it was so traumatic, and so hard to live through that we do not want to go through that again. But, God is just so good. And I asked Mom to come on today because I wanted to share a testimony. And as a widow, I appreciate good news, especially when it's in my own family. So I'm going to talk a little bit about my side, and then, Mom, I'm going to let you talk about your side. But so I was home, and this was June 14th, 2017, okay? And prior to what happened, I was at my mom's house, and I was helping to put in an air conditioner, and so I was buzzing about doing different things, and I realized, I felt this very strong impression. What if your mom wasn't here? What if she passed away? I'm like, what? What is that? No. I'm like, that would completely stink. What is this? No. Lord, protect her. Whatever's going on, I don't understand. And so this thing rises up within you, and you're like, no. Well, come to find out, 5, not just me, 5 women in our family had the very thing. And so we're going to talk about why that is. Mom, what happened to you?
Well, I was driving home from...
Well, before you were driving, you were at an event for the hospital.
Yes.
Because Mom is a nurse, and she was at an event. And what did you feel at the event?
Oh, well, I had like a feeling in my chest, like I had, like it was burning, and then I had this feeling like a sunburst.
Yeah, she said it felt like a burst.
Something like that.
Right, and what did you do for it?
Well, I ignored it, of course, and I just took a Tums.
Hint number 1. Don't ignore it. Okay, so then you leave the event, and you're on your way home. And now, Mom doesn't like to drive the highway, so, she took the back roads.
The country way.
The country roads home. And so what happened then?
Well, I was driving home, and I was thinking about my husband because I wanted to go. Actually, I left the event to go home because I was so worried about my husband, because he was having a problem
With his knee.
Yeah, with his knee, and it was very painful, and I was going to go and take him to the emergency room. And that was the last cognitive thought that I can remember.
The next thing, okay, so there's Mom. She can't remember anything after that. The next thing I know, I look out the window and I'm thinking, my mom should be home by now. Where is Mom? And as I thought that, my phone rang. And I was like, oh, it said Mom's cell. I'm like, oh, all right. I picked up the phone and I said, Mom, Yeah, I was just wondering, where you were. Yes, this is the police officer, in Dartmouth, da-da-da, and your mom's been in an accident, and, she's okay. We're talking with her, but she wanted you to know. And I said, what? I'm like, well, what do I do? Where is she? Like, where? And it was literally like a mile down from our house on our road. And so I thought, oh my gosh, okay, well, where are you taking her? And they said to St. Luke's Hospital. So I said, okay, all right. Now they said, she wants to talk with you. So Mom, they put you on the phone with me. And now she's frantic and she's crying. And I am like, oh my gosh, I've never heard my mom like this. I said, okay, Mom, listen. We're on our way. We're coming. We're going to meet you at the hospital. It's okay. So I hang up with her. I hang up with the police. Now I bolt over to their house. I tell Randy, hello.
We live on the same property just across the pond, basically.
We have a little bridge. So I go over there, and I'm like, Mom's been in an accident. We need to go. So now your mother-in-law lives with you, Mom.
Yes.
And so, who's 92, and really, we don't like to leave her alone because...
We never leave her alone.
Things could happen, she's 92. So we had no other choice at that moment. So we said, oh my gosh, okay. So I take Randy, my stepdad, and we start driving down towards the accident. Well, they had already taken care of you, Mom. And so the car was on the,
I was on my way to the hospital.
You were on your way to the hospital, and the tow truck had the car on it. And so when I saw the tow truck coming with the car on it, I saw the car, and that's when that thing, girls and guys, that thing that tries to come upon you, that fear tries to come upon you and overtake you, hit me so hard. I thought, how could my mom have survived that? I talked to her, but what aren't they telling me? And I'm screaming of like, no, that can't be my mom's car. That can't be my mom's car. And I was on the phone with someone, and they're saying, it's okay, Suzie, it's okay. I'm like, you can't, the car. And Randy's like, okay, calm down, My mommy. And I was like, I was having a fit. So I just want to show you girls, I'm going to tell you a little bit more, but I'd like to show you a couple of pictures, okay? And here's one. The car is literally on its side. And I don't know how to do this, which way I'm going. I'm going the wrong way. Here's another one of the car. Okay, and I think I might be able to do it this way. There's Mom in the ER. And there's another shot of the car. Now this, you guys, is what I saw on the truck. They had to cut Mom out of the vehicle. So, there she is happy. Frightening events. So by the time now we fly to the hospital and I see my mom in that collar, I get in the room and now everybody's emotional, because literally what was happening was...
Well, my biggest concern was for you and Tracy and Paul and my husband, because, that would be so difficult for you. So right. I was just thanking God so much for saving me, because He did.
He saved, and now this is how it is, you guys. Check it out. The car you saw on the side, right? What ended up happening was they believed that Mom had a cardiac event. Something cardiac. She has not a pacemaker, but a heart monitor. They actually inserted it into her chest to monitor her heart. They want to make absolutely certain, and they did every test known to man to you,
yes,
Mom.
they did.
They were
everything.
so good.
Yeah.
And so now we're thinking, oh my gosh, what do you mean she's had a heart attack? So she passed out at the wheel because she had what they believe was a cardiac event. When she passed out, now the car went across the road. Miracle number one, no one was coming.
Amen.
She didn't hit anyone, and that would have been 1,000 times worse, yeah? So she didn't hit anyone. It hit an embankment and went up
a stone wall.
Hit a stone wall and ended up on its side. But it ended up the passenger side down, so Mom was literally hanging, suspended by the seatbelt.
Yeah.
Miracle number two. Hanging there. If the car had have gone on the opposite side, she would have had some type of head trauma. And, because you were just hanging there, suspended, they were able to cut you out, get in there, and lift you out, which was a miracle. If she had gone any further down the street, there's a pond. She could have gone into the pond. Everybody was in place. We feel the Lord put people in place when we needed them.
Yeah.
I called my best friend, Michelle, and I said, oh my gosh, where are you? And she says, I'm at work. I said, please, I need somebody to be at the house with Mrs. Hart. Mom's had an accident, da-da-da. She's like, okay, I'm on it. She got there. The second, now my brother lives in Texas, him and his wife, my brother Paul.
Oh, tell him about how my daughter-in-law was actually at her computer ordering tickets to come here. And we haven't even said anything for years. A couple of years.
They were already ordering tickets. Now, what happened was my brother, who has a classified job, he cannot bring his cell phone in. But he had come outside to use his phone and have lunch and da-da-da, and happened, you guys, to text me. And I said, call me at 911. And so he called and boom, I got a hold of my sister right away. Everybody who needed to be where they needed to be was there. And let me just tell you, can I just give you my beautiful God's word? Psalm 18:30. God's way is perfect. All the Lord's promises prove true. He is a shield for all who look to him for protection. And I can tell you, 5 women in the family felt the same thing. The Lord impressed on them to pray for Mom, to pray for Mom, to pray for Mom. And all of us didn't know it until we all got to the hospital. We started discussing it. I said, oh my gosh, I felt the same thing. Oh my gosh, I felt the same thing. Yeah. What's your scripture, Mom?
Well, this is from Psalm 16:8. I know the Lord is always with me. I will not be shaken, for he is right beside me. And let me tell you. And you felt
like that, huh, Mom?
Listen, when I came to consciousness, and I had to force myself to stay conscious at the time, all I could cry out for was Jesus, the name of Jesus, and God help me, help me, help me. And you were suspended there, Mom, for
probably an hour.
I don't know how long it took.
Well, we look back at the records, and it turns out to be about an hour from beginning to end.
It was,
and so she's got some nasty bruising. But you know what? Not one broken bone.
No broken bones, no lacerations. Everything is intact, except I have quite a bit of bruising and stuff like that. But yeah, I thank God.
So you know what, girls? We're going to go through things. We're going to deal with things. But you know what? Why not, God? Lord gives us little things and says, pray for your mom. Pray for your dad. Pray for this one. Husband. Feel this protection on you. I'm with you. The enemy, as we talked about last time, may try to take you out or do something and cause you to be whatever. No, God says no. You are mine until I call you home. You are mine, and I'm going to take care of it. Mom, thank you so much for coming on.
You're welcome.
I love you. Like and subscribe, and God bless.